Okay, so that was an extended discourse in chapter one, but for good reasons. Let's try to speed things up a little bit, and I'll try to take each chapter in a 3-minute bit here, right? So in chapter two, you can see on the left-hand side here what she is covering, right? So let me just go through this. So here, she's not giving she's giving another revisionist history lesson. Largely, it's going to be a feminist and womanist one, as well as a queer one, right? So here we're going to see womanist theory and rehistorization, as well as queer theorization and rehistorization. She'll talk about the cultural tyranny. This is within Mexican American culture. So she is turning her lens, right, her feminist, womanist critique and queer critique, right, first to her own culture. And like I said before, she gets a lot of grief for this, right? So people are saying, like, look, we don't disagree with you that, these issues exist, that, our culture is a very macho culture, which has, very negative aspects. But hey, you don't sell your guys out to, uh, to the enemy, to the gringos. You don't tell the gringos about this type of stuff, right? But she, is very rigorous and very sort of hardcore. And she's like, no, hey, she loves her culture and loves a lot of, and she'll defend it to the end, but she's not going to make excuses for it. So she's going to talk about the plight of women within Mexican American culture, right? How machismo is a real sort of pernicious type aspect, which um, she feels arises from the trauma of the Spanish conquest. And so she problematizes this. She talks about the idea of intimate terrorism, right? How women are terrorized as mothers and as wives and as girlfriends, right? Only 3 roles for women as she's growing up, right? Uh, is a nun, you're either a nun, prostitute, or a mother. And she says, this phrase, not me sold out my people, but they me, right? So, like, that's the critique that people make of her in this chapter. It's like, well, you're selling out your people, right? And she's like, hey, my people, my patriarchal culture sold me out a long time ago. And that's where she goes into this um, elaborate sort of montage and exploration of female archetypes that are important for her. And I'll come back to this in the next one.